What is going on, guys? It's Kevin with Optimize Essentials, and I am coming again with you with a video on back pain when squatting. If you haven't seen my other videos, I made a lot of, and I plan on still making more videos on different types of pelvic tilts, squats, deadlifts, and this is going to be one of the many series. So if you happen to click on this because you found it through searching or you found it through watching my other videos, a lot of this information might get repeated a few times. However, repetition is the mother of skill or perfection, whatever. But basically, it's not going to hurt you to learn a little bit more about your body. It's not going to hurt you to learn a little bit more about the different postural imbalances. And today I want to share with you back pain when squatting. And if you have a posterior pelvic tilt, I just made a video on the common sources of back pain, which is kind of why it's the same title. But basically, I'm going to explain to you the mechanics behind squatting with a posterior pelvic tilt, also known as a butt wink at a certain degree when you get down to a squat, and why that is potentially really dangerous for your lower back, and why you might get back pain if you do not address that. Alright, so if you do not know, posterior pelvic tilt is classified as the backwards tilting of the pelvis, hence the arrow pointing down. An anterior pelvic tilt, which is the forward tilt, which a lot of people have, the majority of the population, right, is the forward tilt of the pelvis, which is the forward tilt, backwards tilt. Backward tilting could be potentially triggered by a predisposition in your pelvic structure. It's created by excessively tight hamstrings and tight glutes, and you might wonder why some people have tight hamstrings and tight glutes while some others have weak glutes and elongated hamstrings. It's because I personally think it's the pelvic structure that influences the muscles, all right? So don't worry too much about why. If you have a posterior pelvic tilt, just make sure you address that and watch the full version of it. However, what I'm going to be sharing with you today is why this is dangerous, all right? So let's say you're squatting down into a 45 with your squats behind your back, all right? So let's say you're squatting down, and then all of a sudden when you're squatting down, your butt starts to wink under. Well, your lower back no longer has the natural curvature in your back, the lordosis, to distribute those forces evenly. When you go straight down on your back and it curves, that force is loaded shearly through your lower back. And because of that, you are subject to shearing forces and compression forces straight into your lumbar spine. And that is not good. You can, as I've written here, increase your chances of having a slip disc, which is also known as a herniated disc, and create pinched nerves or excessive wear and tear, arthritis, and you might even blow something out. And that is something you do not want. So you want to make sure you watch the full guide on how to address your posterior pelvic tilt. Basically, stretch out your hamstrings, stretch out your glutes, fix your lower back, stretch out your abs as well, and then make sure you squat with more of a lordosis because you have a posterior pelvic tilt. And honestly, I would avoid doing heavy squats until you fix your posterior pelvic tilt. And that's all for today. Nice and short. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more because I'm definitely going to be dropping more videos on you guys to expand your awareness on the human body.